ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் இன்றைக்கி நம்ம பார்க்க வேண்டியது என்ன அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அந்த ஆர்ஹெச் ஃபேக்டா ஃபோர்த் லெசனில் இருக்கக்கூடிய ஆர்ஹெச் ஃபேக்டரை பற்றி பார்க்க போகிறோம். ஸோ அதனுடைய கண்டினியூஷன் தான். ஸோ ஜுவாலஜியில் ஜெனட்டிக் கண்ட்ரோல் ஆஃப் ஆர்ஹெச் ஃபேக்டர் அப்படிங்கிறது என்ன, அதனுடைய யார் என்னென்னு சொல்லியிருக்காங்க ஹைபாத்திசிஸில் அப்படின்னு பார்க்கணும். ஃபிஷர் அண்ட் ரேஸ் ஹைபாத்திசிஸில் the RH factors it involves three different pairs of alleles. There are three different pairs of alleles located on three different closely linked loci on the chromosome pair. This system is more commonly used today and uses the CDE nomenclature. CDE, C, capital C and small d and small e. So what are the content of that? Capital C or small c? Capital C or small c, there are two alleles. Capital D and small d, capital T or small d, capital E or small e, capital E or small e. Fisher and Ray's hypothesis. Here in this figure, there are three pairs of RH alleles are there. There is capital C, small c, capital T, small d, and capital E and small e occur at three different loci and homologous chromosome. The possible genotypes will be one, capital C or small c, or otherwise capital D or small d, or capital E or small e from each chromosome. For example, CDE or small CDE, CDE bar C, DE, small c, small d, small e, small c, small d, small e, capital C, capital D, small e, capital C, small d, capital E, etc. Here the all genotypes carrying a dominant D allele will produce the RH positive phenotype. Here there is a dominant D only, it will present means the RH positive phenotype, and double recessive genotype DD is that it will give rise to RH negative phenotype only. So it will indicate symbols of capital D, it will present means that is RH positive, small d it will present means there is RH negative is there. There is Wiener hypothesis. He proposed the existence of 8 alleles. There is a capital R1, capital R2, capital R0, capital RZ, and small r, small r1, small r11, small ry at a single RH locus. All genotypes carrying a dominant R allele are capital R1, capital R2, capital R0, capital RZ will produce RH positive phenotype, and double recessive genotype that is capital R, small r, small r, small r1, small r1, and also there is a small r11, small r11, small ry, small ry will give rise to the RH negative phenotype. Then incompatibility of RH factor, erythroblastosis photolysis. Here the RH incompatibility has great significance in childbirth. If a woman is in RH negative and the man is RH positive, the fetus may be there is a RH positive having inherited the factor from its father. The RH negative mother becomes senticide by carrying RH positive fetus within her body. Due to damage of blood vessels during childbirth, the mother's immune system recognizes the RH antigens and gets sensitized. The sensitized mother produces RH antibody. The antibodies are Ig, capital G, that which are small and can cross placenta and enter the fetal circulation. By the time the mother gets sensitized and produce antigen anti-D antibodies, the child is delivered at the time. Usually there is no effects are associated with the capture of the mother to RH positive antigen during the first childbirth. Subsequent RH positive children carried out by some mother may be exposed to antibodies produced by the mother against RH antigen, here which are carried across the placenta into the fetal blood circulation. This causes hemolysis of fetal RBC resulting in hemolytic jaundice and anemia. This condition is known as erythroblastosis fotilis or hemolytic disease of newborn. Okay, there is a next one is how will you prevention of erythroblastosis foetus. Here the mother is RH negative and fetus is RH positive. Anti-D antibodies should be administered to the mother at a 28th day and 34th week of gestation as a phenolactic measures. There is a 28th and 34th week. If the RH negative mother delivers the RH positive child, then anti-D antibodies should be administered to the mother soon after delivery. This develops passive immunity and prevents the formation of anti-D antibodies in the mother's blood by destroying system is synthesized. It has to be done whether the woman attains pregnancy. Here there is a sex determination, Paul. Sex determination is a method by which the distinction between male and female is established in a species. Sex chromosome determine the sex of the individual in dioecious or unisexual condition. The organism other than the sex chromosome of an individual are called autosomes. Here the autosomes are the chromosomes that are the sex chromosome of an individual. Sex chromosomes may be similar, that is homomorphic in one sex, and dissimilar in heteromorphic in other. Individuals having homomorphic sex chromosome produce only one type of gametes, homogametic, whereas heteromorphic individuals produce two types of gametes, heterogametic condition. Chromosomal basis of sex determination. Next one is heterogametic sex determination. In heterogametic sex determination, one of the sexes produces similar gametes and the other sex produces dissimilar gametes. The sex of the offspring is determined at the time of fertilization only. Then heterogametic males. Hetero means different. Here this method sex determination, the males are heterogametic producing dissimilar gametes, while females are homogametic producing similar gametes, that is of two kinds, XX and XY type, that is bugs, cockroach and grasshopper. XXXY type, that is in human beings and Drosophila. In a heterogametic females, in this method of sex determination, the females are heterogametic producing similar gametes, which males are homogametic producing similar gametes. To avoid confusion with the XXXO and XXXY types of sex determination, the alphabets Z and W are used here instead of X and Y respectively. Heterogametic females are of two types, that is Z0, ZZ type, that is moth, butterfly and domestic chickens, and ZW, ZZ type, gypsy moth, then fishes, reptiles and birds. Then sex determination in human beings are the genes determining sex in human beings are located on two sex chromosomes called allosomes. In mammals, sex determination is mostly associated with chromosomal differences between two sexes, typically XX females and XY males. 23 pairs of human chromosomes include 23 pairs of autosomes, that is 44A autosomes, and one pair of sex chromosomes, XX or XY. Females are homogametic, producing only one type of gamete, that is egg XX chromosome, each containing one X chromosome, while the males have heterogametic, producing two types of sperms with the X and Y chromosome. An independently evolved XX and XY system of sex chromosome also exist in Drosophila. There is a male gametophyte parents 44A autosome and XY allosomes. Female gametophyte 44A autosome plus XX sperms and ovum 22A plus X and 22A plus Y, 22A plus X, 22A plus X. Here there is offspring progeny 44A plus XX, 44A plus XY male. This one is female. Here 44A XX female, 44A plus XY female is there. Sex determination in human being is the normal one. Then the Y chromosome and male development. Here there is a current analysis. The Y chromosomes have revealed numerous genes and regions with potential genetic functions. Some genes with or without homologous counterparts are there seen in the X. Present at both ends of the Y chromosomes are the pseudo-autosomal regions, PARs, pseudo-autosomal regions, that are similar with the regions on the X chromosome with the snaps and recombine during meiosis. Here, 95% of Y chromosome is referred as the non-combining region of the Y, NRY, non-combining region of the Y. The NRY is divided equally into functional genes, there is euchromatic, and non-functional genes, heterochromatic. Within the chromatin region, it is a gene called sex determining. Within the euchromatin region, in a gene called sex determining region Y, SRY. In humans, absence of Y chromosome inevitably leads to female development, and this SRY gene is absent in X chromosome. Absent in X chromosome, the gene product of SRY is the testis determining factor, TDF, present in the adult male sites. Then 4.4.1 doses compensation bare body. Doses compensation bare body. In 1949, Baer and Bartram first observed a condensed body in the nerve cells of female cat, which was absent in a male cat. This condensed body was called as sex chromatin by them. and was later referred as Bohr body in a cat. In the XY chromosomal system of sex determination, males have only one X chromosome, whereas the female have two. Question series: how does the organism compensate for these dosage differences between the sexes? The mammals, the necessary dosage compensation is accomplished by the inactivation of one of the X chromosome in a females, so that the both males and females have only one functional X chromosome per cells. Mary Lyon suggested that both bodies are present in inactive chromosome, which in females becomes tightly coiled in a heterochromatin, a condensed and visible form of chromatin. Lyon's hypothesis: the number of bare bodies observed in cell was one less than in a number of X chromosome. XO females have no bare body, whereas XXY males have one bare body. Then another one is, here there is a haplodiploid in honeybee. Haplodiploid in honeybees. Hymenopteron insects such as honeybees, ants and wasps. Some of the mechanism of sex determination is called haplodiploid mechanism. Hymenopteron. The sex determination mechanism of sex determination is called haplodiploid mechanism of sex determination is mostly common in this system. Sex of the offspring is determined by the number of sets of chromosome it receives. Fertilized eggs into females, queen or worker, and unfertilized eggs develop into males, drones. 5. Parthenogenesis. You already know what is one is parthenogenesis. It means that the males have half the number of chromosome haploid and the females have double the number diploid condition. Hence the name haplodiploid. Haploid condition and a diploid condition of the system. In a male haploid condition, in a female diploid condition. For the system of sex determination, the mode of sex determination facilitates the evolution of sociality in which only one diploid female becomes a queen and lays the eggs for the colony. All other females which are diploid, having developed from fertilized eggs, help to raise the queen eggs and so contribute to the queen's reproductive success and indirectly to their own. A phenomenon known as kin selection, that is called kin selection. A queen contracts their social environment by releasing hormone that suppress the fertility of the workers. Up to this one you have to read very carefully. Thank you students. Thank you, Ananda.